Mets play their final game before the All-Star break as they take on the San Diego Padres. The Mets had won 6 in a row before dropping the second game of the series last night. But all in all, this has been a very productive road trip.
Joe Musgrove ready to work for his 14th start of the year.
Well, after a hiccup the beginning of the season, Joe Musgrove going through those injuries really has done well. 7-2 record already.
Brandon Nimmo has hit a bit of a skid going into the All-Star break. Just 1 for his last 18.
Musgrove 6-0, the 2.01 ERA in his last 8 starts. And the strikeouts to walks have been very impressive. 47 Ks make it 48 Ks. Swing and a miss. Nimmo strikes out. Good start.
So 1 out and nobody on. Now Tommy Pham.
Line to right center. Grisham moving over to make the catch on the sinking liner. 2 down.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
Swing and a miss, and striking out is Lindor.
A 1-2-3 inning on just 9 pitches for Joe Musgrove here in the top of the first.
On the mound for the Mets, 38-year-old right-hander Max Scherzer. He's 8-2 with a 4.03 ERA, making his second start of the road trip.
Ha-Seong Kim, miraculous recovery after jamming his toe on Friday night. He's back in there and playing second base, leading off. 1 for 3 in this series. The one was a double that he tried to stretch into a triple with ill results. Pops one up for Brett Beatty right along the railing, and Beatty crawling along the screen, and they say it touched the screen before he caught it. It's no play. Third base umpire DJ Rayburn right on top of it as Beatty tried to move right along the netting. Buck Showalter is coming out to argue, but Rayburn is telling him it hit the netting before it came down in Beatty's glove. By the way, also a terrific play by Beatty, crawling along the netting and trying to make sure it stayed out of the way for him to be able to make the catch.
After review, the call in the field stands. It is a no catch. New York will lose their challenge.
Well, they did say it was a challenge.
There's a liner to left. It's in for a base hit. Rover is Pham to play it on the backhand. Kim puts the brakes on and gets back to the bag at first. A leadoff single here in the bottom of the first.
Do we have someone injured? Pham injured on that play in left field.
Pham is walking very slowly. This is the last thing the Mets need is for Tommy Pham. He's pointed to his groin.
Yeah.
And he's coming right out of the game.
Mark Canha takes over in left field for Tommy Pham. Here is Juan Soto.
And this one's flied out to left center. Canha started back, now coming on, and he makes the catch, 1 out.
So here is Fernando, who swings at a lot of first pitches. Driven to center. Nimmo going back. Track wall off the wall. Gets it back in quickly, and Fernando will go into second base with a wall ball double.
Second and third with 1 out.
Here's Manny. In the air, deep left field for Machado. Into the basket. A 3-run home run for Manny. Padres jump out on top 3-0 in the first. Put the ball in the basket.
Max Scherzer has been victimized by the long ball all year. That's his 17th that he's given up this year.
Here's Xander Bogaerts.
And Bogaerts takes strike 3 call. Got him looking with a fastball at the knees, and that's Scherzer's first strikeout, 2 down.
2 outs, nobody on for Cronenworth. Padres a 3-0 lead in the first inning.
And that's ball 4. So he draws a 2-out base on balls. And the inning continues. Give Gary Sanchez a chance.
And Sanchez hits it out toward the left field corner. Moving over Canha to make the play. And that retires the side. But not before Manny Machado's 3-run homer puts the Padres up 3-0 after 1.
So 4 up and 4 down from Musgrove.
Here's Jeff McNeil. 1 for 9 in this series.
You know, he hasn't given up a hit yet today.
I think Ruben's got to go talk to him.
No hits so far today allowed by Joe.
There you go.
And a line drive base hit into right field. The first hit of the day for the Mets.
A 1 on and 1 out, top of the second inning. And here is DJ Stewart. Stewart called up just before this road trip.
And Stewart rockets one into right for a base hit. McNeil pulls in at second, so the Mets with back-to-back base hits against Musgrove. And Francisco Alvarez coming up.
McNeil at second, Stewart at first. The 0-1 is on the ground up the middle. Bogaerts to second for 1, on to first. That's 2. Double play. Exactly what the Padres wanted.
That's the 3rd strikeout for Max as he comes back with a 1-2-3 inning. 3-0 Padres after 2.
Then to 1-2-3 top of the third. Joe Musgrove and the Padres a 3-0 lead after 2.5.
And it's a second consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Max Scherzer. Picks up a strikeout We're through 3 in San Diego. Padres 3, Mets nothing. Out number 1. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Lindor socks one into center field for a base hit. 5th hit in the series for Lindor and his 10th in the last 4 games.
So Lindor's aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Pete Alonso.
And that one tipped off the bill of the helmet of Alonso, and he's hit by the pitch.
Already seen Pham go down today, and you can't lose Pete again.
So now here's Jeff McNeil with runners at first and second.
And that hits McNeil to load the bases. So back-to-back hit batsmen, Alonso and now McNeil, and the bases are loaded for DJ Stewart.
He went around and strikes out. Got him on that slider. 5th strikeout for Musgrove. Needed that. 2 down.
So it's left to Alvarez, who came up with 2 aboard in the second and grounded into a double play.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with the bases loaded. Back-to-back Ks for Joe Musgrove. 6 in all. Back-to-back walks allowed by Scherzer here in the 4th inning.
Now the bases are loaded for the leadoff hitter, Ha-Sung Kim.
On the ground, Lindor to his left. He's got it. The flip, and just in time to Guillorme to get the force and end the inning.
Second hit of the day for Toddy. A 1-out single here in the 5th to get Manny to bat.
And he swings 3-0, lifts a fly ball to right field. McNeil back, and that's gone! Opposite field home run for Manny Machado. He swings 3-0, his second home run of the day. Man, oh man, oh Manny!
And a 5-0 Padre lead in the 5th. Gary Sanchez leads off.
And it's lined down the left field line, fair ball, headed to the corner. Just clean that out. Sanchez headed for second, easily to second base with a stand-up double to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
Got him swinging. Odor right over a sinker. So McFarland has his first out.
Sanchez at second with Grisham coming up.
This one is lined into left field. And the run scores. Padres take a 6-0 lead.
So the Mets have the first 2 men on in the 8th. And here comes Canna. And Canna smashes one to deep left center field. Back in the gap goes Soto, and he can't get it.
Guillorme scores. So does Nimmo. Canna's at second base with a 2-run double. They have cut it now to 6-2.
Sharply hit to short. Bogarts looks the runner back at second. High throw, but able to reach for it is Cronenworth for the out. Lined and caught. And it's a double play.
This time Alonso lines into an inning-ending twin killing. And that's how the top of the 8th will come to a close.
And the Mets are down to their final out. So the Mets are hit for a 5th time in the game. First time in their history they've ever been hit 5 times in one game. So the Mets have a 2-out base runner. They're going to need a couple more to have a chance in this game. Beatty is at the plate.
Ground ball up the middle. Bogarts has got it to go to first, and that's the ball game.
And they wrap up this final homestand of the first half with 5 wins and just 1 loss.